Three. Oh, we're there.
What are we on now?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. Well, welcome the few people that are here.
Hello.
Can we wait? I need to get my Zoom. Oh, it's there. Right. Yeah. I'm Sam. I basically made Final Outpost, and this is Ben.
Hello.
This is Ewan, who also
Hello.
they've been working on the game as well. So, shall we see what we got here?
Yeah, let's get started.
It's them. It is us.
Hello,
Yes.
Mr. Apples.
Yes. Indeed. Practicing social isolation. I'm in London.
I'm in
So-
Southampton.
Yeah.
I'm in a little town called Tetbury.
All very far apart. I don't think we're transmitting anything.
Nah, big.
Okay. Awesome. Anything happening on YouTube? Right. Let's start with how we got here, I guess. So yeah, I started making this game like over 2 years ago, and yeah, I just kind of learned how to code while I was doing this, and I'm kind of shit at making graphics, so Ben made the
Where
graphics.
I came in.
Yeah.
I'm okay at it.
Yeah, you're good enough, clearly. Like, I think it worked pretty well.
Yeah, I dabbled in pixel art before, just because I found it interesting. So it was a good opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a good job, but definitely better than I could do. So, yeah, and yeah, you and made it kind of publicize it, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Doing the website was pretty fun. I had a digital marketing job at the same time, so it was sort of same as Ben, really perfect opportunity to do that alongside my job and sort of get experience in that way as well. And working with my best friend as well. So yeah, it's great,
Hey.
really.
High praise. Giving out opportunities all over the place here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I like worked on it over summer 2018. That brought the game to a state of colored boxes on a screen, which no one understood, and it didn't like
I remember.
it wasn't really complete at all at that point.
Yeah.
There was just buildings and you could upgrade them, and there were some zombies that came across in waves. That was the extent of it at that point. I don't know if you remember trying out that version, Ben.
I remember you click on the wall to go into the side view on the zombies and tap them. or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Didn't you when you used to tap them? Didn't it like give you coins?
Yeah.
And you could use the coins to buy people to add to your outpost. So, yeah, you never played this version, did you?
No.
But you could only tap them once they get to the wall, which was really irritating because they take so long to get there.
I think that was more of a technical reason that I did that because I just didn't know how to do it properly at that point. Yeah. So, yeah, that was an early state of the game, which sort of it got to that point in September 2018, and then September uni starts, so kind of didn't really work on the game until the following June, something like that, May or June. And this summer, yeah. So at that point, I decided I'm going to work on it again for this summer, try and get it to a functional state where people can actually test the game and give feedback and that sort of thing. So two things happened in this summer, main things other than just me coding, and that was Ben banging out the beautiful artwork. Yeah, and Ewan making the website that allowed us to get our beta users on board, basically. So yeah, how is it doing the artwork, Ben?
Well, I was Dak in chat says pixel artwork takes effort, and it.
Oh, yeah.
I think I do agree, but I think all artwork's gonna take effort. I think it's quite a large part of the game in terms of workload. I think quite a lot of the time I was doing the artwork, I had you in the room, didn't I, Sam? Just like,
Yeah, I was sort of like standing behind you saying like, this is bad.
I didn't exactly know what I think it was harder at the beginning when I had no idea what sort of art style you wanted.
Oh yeah.
But once we got into it, I'd gotten down like a style and a method of using the software.
Yeah, and we had
picked
sort
up
of
the
like
pace.
a consistent theme going along with all of the different
Yeah.
buildings, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ewan went ahead and used all that.
Yeah.
With the website. It was pretty green at the start, wasn't it?
It was. We went for a sort of aqua bluish green text color with sort of on a dark blue background. Yeah, I was a fan of it at first. Obviously, we both realised.
Yeah, I was as well.
We both realised that maybe it needed a bit more of a professional look, since we were gathering so many players that we didn't expect to get.
We'll
yeah,
get
we've
to
obviously
that.
yeah recently updated it. But at the start, yeah, no, I probably had the easiest part in terms of well, just doing general work. But I think obviously with Ben's work, art, pixel art, and all the icons, it was easy kind of just to use that and go ahead with it.
Slap
It was
it all
definitely the easiest part.
Yeah, you weren't doing the. So I mean, we didn't even really have much of a social media presence going on then, anyway, did we?
No.
The whole point in the website at that stage was to basically get beta users. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we wanted people to download and obviously try out the game, and the website was the easiest way of doing that. So
yeah, exactly. So the way we did that was basically put an advert out on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and send them over to Ewan's website that he put together, and yeah, they clicked that get beta button.
yeah, we had the big get the
yeah,
beta button. Yeah,
that bouncy button, and yeah, we managed to get a couple hundred beta testers in that little campaign we did, and that was really that was helpful. At that stage, the game didn't have any sound at all, or there was a few things which are very different still at that stage.
Was the sound the last thing you did before full release? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was kind of slapped on at the end. Yeah. Don't do that. That's bad game development practice, people. Yeah. I did do it last, but I did put like a decent amount of thought into it over like a few days. But in those few days, yeah, we came up with some good stuff. And yeah, so that when we got those beta testers, that was September, October last year. And so you might know that the game actually came out at the end of February this year. So between September and February, not too much happened in terms of development. Like, I did do a bit, like every couple of weeks or something, I'd decide this needs to get added because people have said like why does this game have no sound? Why, like, why does, I can't remember what else was different, but there was some mechanics that were different. Like, I don't think there was like an attraction system for the zombies. Like, you know how gunshots make sounds, and that's how
yeah.
zombies get attracted.
It was very
That
passive.
was not in the game then. It was still waves, I think, of zombies that just came towards the wall, which surprisingly completely changes the game. But yeah, a few things got added up till February, and at the start of February, that's when I decided to put it on pre-order, because on the App Store, what you can do is set, I think it's up to 90 days you can have to have basically have it put on the App Store so everyone can see it, but and they can like press the pre-order button, but they don't download the app until it comes out. So the logic behind that was that you can tell people about the app in that month, so raise awareness about it, get some downloads like in a backlog, and then they all count as downloads on release day. So I started advertising literally like I think 4 days before the release day, which I would definitely do differently next time. Like, we could have spent like the whole month racking up downloads like every day and got a lot more like pre-launch
Hype.
yeah, the hype. But yeah, so in those 4 days we did do one advert, and we ended up with 1,000 downloads from the pre-order phase on the release day, the 28th of February. So that did help quite a lot actually. But yeah, so that took us to release. And in terms of Ben doing artwork, I think you were done like a bit before that, weren't you?
Yeah, I think I lost track of the development at some point towards the actual release, because I wasn't doing the artwork anymore. That I would have stopped, because I definitely wasn't doing anything over the summer. This summer, I don't know.
But yeah, you sort of did the main art, or all of the artwork for the game, like all of the graphics for the world basically. Because bearing in mind there was no main menu at this stage when the game first came out. Yeah, so you did all that, and then that was pretty much where you wanted to leave it, wasn't it?
I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. I did a decent amount of UI as well towards the very. I remember towards the end it was basically just UI that I was doing. But then yeah, I had A levels coming up and everything, so I wanted to focus on that, and so yeah, I left it there, I think.
Yeah. So I sort of filled in the gaps there with like a bit of UI. Like, you'll probably be able to see in the original version where the bits that I did, like the people used to look completely different, and there's like some buttons from the UI that I did myself, which you can definitely see the difference between Ben's skill and my skill level on that. But yeah, it got finished in the end. So yeah, just gonna have a quick check of the chat.
Yeah, we got. I've noted down a few questions. How Vizdak says, how about animated pixel art as a future upgrade? So that would be GIFs, I assume.
Yeah, we did think about doing that in the original game, before it came out. But there's two reasons for not doing that, and that was one,
I got no clue how to.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do it. Like,
not even where to start.
Yeah, yeah, because when we were making this, well, when I was making this game, like I was learning how to one, design games and two, code. So yeah, I didn't want to overcomplicate things. That you can probably see that that's why the game is quite conceptually simple. But I think that's probably one of the good things about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we could. I'd love to add animate and pixel art. That would make it much more beautiful. Maybe that's something for Ben soon.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about in Final Outpost though. Maybe in something in the future. But yeah, it does add charm. I would agree. Ah, Ryan's here. Okay, so Ryan he was the president of the Artificial Intelligence Society last year in UCL, which I was on the committee for both last year and this year. So yeah, well, Jamie. So Jamie's was also on the committee, yeah. So awesome. Well, thank you. Next steps for the game. Okay, we'll talk about that later. If you can't stay for very long, then we've got a recording, or I can just tell you. But yeah, we'll get to that.
There was a question, another one from the stack earlier. Was it somewhat overwhelming, the response to the game?
Yes, especially at the beginning, because yeah, like I said, we launched with 1,000 downloads, and then I think me and Ben went on a trip to some family friend's house and stayed overnight. And at that, I remember saying to him on that trip that that I thought within 2 weeks that it would go down to 20 downloads a day, something in that range. That was the expectation. That was literally what I thought would happen, because I didn't make this game to try and just get downloads and chart well or anything. I just wanted to make this game. So we just released it on that assumption.
I think funny you should mention that actually. I think it was on that trip actually that I decided I was gonna start making something proper in Unity, because I'd already been messing around with it a little bit, and
yeah, that kind of took off later on through the summer. I mean,
cool, yeah, that's
where I was going with that.
All the questions for Twitch now. I've got a couple on YouTube.
Okay.
So the first one, which we obviously discussed, I don't know if you answer now, but how long do you plan to continue updating the game?
I'm not sure. So you probably noticed that the game hasn't really had any updates over the last 3 months, and that's just because all of us are very busy at the moment. It would be nice if one of us was working on it full time, but we can't really do that. Yeah, so yeah, we haven't been working on it that much. Well, I'm not going to say we, because it's supposed to be me. I'm supposed to be making the updates to the game itself on iOS. And yeah, we're all at university now, and I'm in 3rd year of my course, and there's quite a lot going on, and there's a few other things happening as well. So I haven't really been able to work on the game over the last few months. But we are looking to do some interesting things next year. So it's definitely not the last update that it's going to have. We are going to be working on it, but there might be a continuation of this phase of kind of not much progress in terms of updates for a bit anyway. but I can't really like give a time frame on these things. Yeah, we're gonna be working on it soon though. So yeah, through 2021, we're gonna be carrying on at some stage.
Most likely the summer, I would assume.
Yeah, because we generally have them. Yeah, exactly. We have the most time throughout the summer, all of us. And that's why the original development of the game was always happening in the summer. Like, it's pretty, in 2 of them, it was full time. So like, it was good enough to be able to like be working on it pretty much every day of the week. And if you're doing that, you can bang out features very quickly. So that's why we had like beta testers, and just putting out a beta build like every week pretty much. That's kind of the bar. That would be great to do that again, because you just make a lot of progress. Unfortunately, it's either that or basically no updates from us, or at least from me, just because of how just the nature of university courses happening from September to May, June time. Yeah, there will be updates in the future. That's the answer to that question. Have we got anything else there?
Well, do you want to, on the topic of university, we could talk about what we're doing, I guess.
Yeah. Well, do you want to start, Ben?
All right. So I'm at University of Southampton, and I'm doing computer science with artificial intelligence. So it's actually, I'd say the workload is enough at the moment where I don't have time to work on the game, which is why, or anything to do with that.
Yeah, because you were working on your own game before.
Yeah, so over lockdown in summer, I was basically full time working on my own game within Unity, a 3D game. But then as soon as I got here, I don't think I've opened Unity once since I've been at university. So there's not been a huge amount of time for it.
Yeah, you had a lot when you got your 3A levels, didn't you?
Well, I didn't actually have to do them. Yeah,
exactly.
Plenty of time.
Not salty about it or anything. Just let's clear that up.
Definitely not salty. Yeah, but no, it was good because I've spent now so many hours within the Unity engine that I feel pretty confident using it now. So hopefully that will be useful in the future for anything else. Ooh.
I wonder what that could be. Yeah, I'm in UCL, so I'm in London right now, and yeah, I'm studying neuroscience. So it's a 4-year course. So just to frame that in context of what we were talking about earlier in development. So the development for the game originally started the summer before I started going to university, and got released like halfway through the second year, and now I'm like halfway through the third year, and there'll be a fourth year because it's a 4-year course. So yeah, it's pretty intense, but it's interesting. So yeah. What about you, Ewan?
Yeah, so I'm a bit later than in the department of sort of degrees. I was doing an apprenticeship, but unfortunately it fell apart. So that was obviously in digital marketing.
Coronavirus, right?
Yeah, the apprenticeship kind of just yeah, it didn't handle itself well to what we were doing, sort of traveling and stuff, from Bristol and back, and the work wasn't, able to sort of officiate it. So anyway, yeah, so I went to, basically I should be at Nottingham Trent University at the minute. So I started in September 2020, but I'm currently studying from home. I do graphic design, so that obviously lends itself well to what I'm doing currently with Final Outpost. And yeah, I mean, I enjoy this degree. I guess it's a good degree. I wanted to do it because I wanted the experience of university as well. But it's all coursework as it's an arts degree, so it can be quite demanding at times. So we'll just have to see in future how it goes. But at the minute, just like Ben, yeah, it's definitely demanding. So we'll see.
Yeah. So even though we've kind of all three of us just complained that we have no time, I would like to say that Ben and Ewan can do both of their jobs quite fine, like without doing it full time. It's me who's the bottleneck on this situation because someone needs to actually make the updates themselves. But yeah, Ewan's now working on the social media side of things, which is very helpful because I'm not very good at that and I can't be bothered to get better at that. And he's because you did digital marketing before, right? So you
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean that is literally just CRMs, customer relationships. So it's perfect with social media and website as well. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the license to basically design your own website. Like, can you complain about your previous work, please?
Yeah, sure, I'll go ahead.
Oh, amazing!
I'll slam him. No, it's a little bit restrictive. I guess the CEO was sort of stuck in his ways a little bit, and just sort of didn't allow for sort of changing it up really and making it more modern. Which obviously I literally on Final Outpost I had a say in probably what would you say, Sam? 60% maybe, and then you just touched it up a little bit with your.
Well, probably more than 60%. You think there was a difference between the first version and the second version? I don't think we've talked about that yet.
Yeah, no, like I said earlier in the stream, we've obviously made it a little bit more professional. I'd say we sort of looked at it and reviewed it halfway through, so halfway since we made the website and where it is now, and just thought that it definitely needed an improvement. So we've sort of gone for just sort of like a black and white sort of design, which was obviously universal over social media as well, just to keep it on brand. And I mean, the website's doing pretty well. The visitors are up still, so
yeah, I mean, yeah, because basically the website 1.0, like that we mentioned earlier, where we made it just to get beta testers, that was the original design, which I think I sent you if he wants to show it.
And
put everyone through the pain of seeing that.
Now we pray that the screen share doesn't mess up the stream.
That.
Oh, imagine.
Brace yourselves. I'll continue to slam it anyway. Yeah, so it was just to get beta users, basically beta testers. So it was like a landing page with a massive download the beta button here. And that actually worked brilliantly for getting beta testers. And then as we came to, did we do this before or after release, the new one? It was after, wasn't it? Like you upgraded the website way after the release of the game, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it was in the summer. It was in the summer. So yeah, that was literally from the beta. We kind of changed it a bit for when it came out, that sort of thing, changed some of the art, but it was basically the same.
yeah, the only things we wanted to do with this was obviously get beta downloads, and another thing obviously had the subscribe, which is still there. Obviously just to get people on the mailing list, just in case we had any big news. But other than that, yeah, it was quite a simple design. The Twitter tab took you straight to Twitter, which has obviously been completely renovated now to make sure that we're sort of covering all social medias. But yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah, so that was basically what the website looked like until June, something like that.
Yes, yeah, I want to say June.
Yeah. And it pretty much that we did that, I think we worked on it for a month or something actually. Well, you worked on it for a month and I was like kind of advising on things. Yeah, so that took 3 or 4 weeks. And yeah, end of June, start of July, I think we put it out, and it pretty much hasn't changed since actually.
No, obviously, yeah, we have the automated Twitter feed, which helps a lot. And then yeah, other than that, really, we added a little bit for obviously 1.1, the video, just to try and publicize that a little bit more. But yeah, other than that, it obviously with the updates, it's obviously a little bit stagnant. So yeah.
Yeah. So we got any more questions?
We do.
We have. Okay.
Right.
Can you make infinite save slots and make the first 3 for free?
Oh yeah, YouTube.
Well,
Desert Fox TV says, "Are you worried about losing momentum between now and summer?"
I was definitely worrying about that over this summer while I was. We haven't even talked about this yet, but when I was making 1.1, the huge update that we did post-release, yeah, through that time I was worried that it was kind of going to go downhill if we didn't like make the game a lot better and try doing another marketing campaign, that sort of thing. But it's turned out that the downloads have been pretty stable. I mean, they were higher. They kind of go through a period of being stable, like for 3 months, and then take like a step down, and then be stable for ages again. But like overall, the downloads are pretty. Like, I'm not too worried about it because you'd think that most of the downloads come from advertising and people sharing the app, that sort of thing. But it turns out that, at least in our case, all the downloads come from the app coming up on the App Store browse section. So it just comes up on the App Store for people, not even like searching for the app. So yeah, when I look at the metrics for that, it's all hasn't really changed over the last 6 months. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. And even if it did go down, I would still want to carry on with it and do what we're about to talk about later in the stream. So
Thinking about it.
yeah. I think we've missed some.
Yeah, I've got a few more. Given an ideal amount of time of available time, what enhanced gameplay do you consider to be most interesting as a concept?
Is this on Twitch or YouTube?
Twitch for Zach.
Oh, there.
Oh,
that's a good question. Because even, I mean, the weird thing, I mean, it's not weird, but the thing about the game so far is that I've never seen so many ideas for things before. It's kind of crazy. Like, people just like email me with new ideas for the game, then put it in Discord, on Reddit, these sort of things. and there are themes on like common ideas that people have quite a lot, but there's just so many different ones. It's kind of hard to like pick, but definitely I think probably the ones that people come up with that I that I sort of played around with in my head before the game even came out are the ones that I'm still most interested in, like having an exploration system. I think a lot of people want that kind of stuff to be in the game, which is kind of related to multiplayer, which definitely is not happening, by the way. But yeah, having at least some sort of way to go explore other environments to get resources would be awesome. But that would require a lot of time, as I said. You did say given an ideal amount of time, so that is probably what I would go for. Yeah, exploration would be awesome. There's definitely others that I can't think of right now, but if I remember them, I will mention them later on.
And Costa Chandris says, do you plan on adding different maps? I haven't really thought about
as
that.
in what I just talked about, as in places to explore, or like I assume this person means more
Where your base is.
yeah, more places to build your base or something. Realistically, it probably won't happen, just because the game is, when I'm considering what features to add in the future, it's mostly, does it fit in with the simplicity of the game in its current state? Because one of the core things about the game is how simple it is. So if I don't think it, because people come up with like crazy things sometimes, like having, well, not crazy things, like if this was a PC game I would add these things, but like characteristics for each person, like skill trees. I mean, I want to add a skill tree, but like really complicated skill trees and tools and things, and people being better at different kind of jobs and this sort of thing to really spice up the management aspect. But yeah, I think these are just like too complicated to fit within the theme of the game.
Yeah, I think what makes it accessible, I don't know, as a game, I think the simplicity is kind of the charm.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's the time component as well. So when we do think about adding things, it will just be based on what I just talked about and whether the payoff, what is in like how satisfying the game will be to play, is going to be how much better it would be compared to before, based on like how difficult it would be to implement this sort of stuff.
Yeah. Just read the.
Yeah. Would it make more sense to make a sequel?
Just asking the big questions.
Yeah. Final Outpost 2, the final Outpost. I don't know, honestly. Definitely not soon, because I think we have other ideas. So no.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have more stuff, or should we move on?
What's there?
Big picture guy, yes, that's me. Yeah, we'll talk about more of the big picture stuff later. But in response to can you make infinite save slots to make the first 3 for free? I don't think so. One, because I don't think you can change in-app purchases like after you've set them in the app. Yeah, I don't think you can. But if I could, then no, because one save slot is enough to play the entire game without paying any money. So it's a free-to-play game. This is how it works, sadly. Is that all the questions?
There's one more that I've written down from Stack. It's kind of a two-part. There's big questions in Discord seem to be about support in different languages and support for different tablet and phone hardware.
Yeah. So I was planning on talking about both of these things later.
We can still talk about it later.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much talked about most of the development. There's probably just 1.1, but yeah, we did touch on it. And you making the new version of the website. So we could talk about that stuff. Unless there's other things to do first.
Is Mr. I don't know how to say it. Mulle?
Mr. Mulle, this guy's a legend, by the way. Can I just make a shout out to Mr. Mulle on YouTube right now in the chat? He's made some awesome videos, like mock-up videos of ideas for things to add to the game, like landmines and guns, these sort of things. Yeah, he's a cool artist and video editor. That's what I'm going to call him.
Artwork God, as he's known in this.
Artwork God, yeah, he has that role as well.
So he says, is a PC version in consideration?
I don't think it would fit on PC, in my opinion. Just because it is a simple concept mobile game, and it's all built for touch at the moment. Having said that, those new Apple Silicon Macs, they're interesting because it looks like Final Outpost is going to be on those.
What, just automatically?
Yeah, you literally say like, Apple asks you like, do you think your app's not going to work on these Macs? And if you don't say no, then it goes on there. So
I guess
yeah.
you can use a mouse to touch around.
Yeah, normally the type of things that make mobile apps not work on Apple Silicon Macs is when they require things like ARKit and weird iOS only features like the gyroscope, that sort of stuff. And Final Outpost is very simple in that it's just tapping the screen and scrolling around. So yeah, it's going to work on Mac. But that's only happening because we don't have to do anything to make that work. There would be a lot of work in converting to a PC version. And I don't think the payoff would be worth it, at least for this game. So there you go. No problem with the shout out, by the way. Have we missed anything else?
I think that's all of them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can talk about 1.1 because
Go for it.
so after it was released end of February, yeah, we just got a load of downloads at the beginning, and a lot of requests for stuff. So after it came out, I was sort of putting out a little. There was also a lot of bugs in the first version as well. So I think I was putting out like a little update every week or two, probably every week on average. And yeah, it was just really slowly improving the game, only adding actual new things to build that sort of thing very occasionally. Like, I think I only did it in 1.06, 1.0.8, and maybe 1.0.12 or something. But yeah, it was mostly to fix what was broken in the first version, effectively. Even in 1.0, I think there were things that were different, like having the noise that came from guns and knifey people was square. I don't know if anyone remembers that. But yeah, I quickly changed that to being a circle and added a few more things. But other than that, it was bug fixes, making sure things were working, up until 1.0.12, which was in, I think, the start of August. No, start of July. And then we were done with, well, I was done with university, and Ben wasn't really working on artwork anymore at that stage, so I kind of enlisted Ewan to help out with some of the artwork for some big new ideas that we had, like adding a main menu. Like, that wasn't in there until 1.1. I think it turned out pretty well. Like, everyone seems to love the main menu.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember not having played the game. I don't think
Oh yeah.
I played the beta. I don't think I ever played 1.0, and then I played 1.1 and remembered being like, oh wow, there's a menu now.
Yeah. Did I not even tell you we were doing any of these things?
No, I was pretty engrossed in Unity, doing
Yeah.
my own thing. I wasn't following along too much, but
Yeah, so at that stage it was basically me and you and just like getting it hyped about ideas for things to add in 1.1. Yeah, so I sort of designed the main menu, and I think we had 4 or 5 pretty crazy changes to different mechanics in the game. Which, yeah, it ended up changing the game a lot, but yeah, I think, yeah, people really like the update in general. I think the only complaint about it was having people eat food at nighttime, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Which they didn't before 1.1, but I decided to change it to balance things out a bit in terms of starvation, because you literally couldn't starve before 1.1. It was both very difficult to do in the game's mechanics itself, as in you wouldn't ever be able to reach zero population when you have no food for like days and days. It just wouldn't happen because people starve too slowly, that sort of thing. And it turns out it was actually broken as well. Like, if you did reach zero population, you wouldn't lose. But no one knew that because they could never reach zero population anyway. Yeah, so that was all changed. Starvation changed completely in 1.1. We added that big main menu, which is very nice. What else did we add? There's definitely quite a few more.
Rubble system.
Oh yeah, so before 1.1 you'd just buy these new areas with metal scraps, but post 1.1 you have to like assign people to dig up the rubble, which makes more sense to me anyway.
Yeah.
Adds a bit more challenge with managing your people as well. Yeah, we did add a lot of stuff. I don't know why I can't remember it now.
Yeah, I think most of it was sort of like improvements, but they were like additions in their own right, weren't they? So different, like the new UI was obviously an improvement, but also an addition. And bullets and the manufacturing of bullets. So that sort of thing was improvements as well as additions.
Yeah, we changed the UI quite a lot in the menus at the bottom. And yeah, Ewan did all of the artwork for those new people. So
Yeah.
they look a lot cooler now.
An old poll about faces, which is nice.
Yeah,
Whether they should have.
Yeah, there was a bit of debate about that, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Like whether the people, when you're in the people management menu, it was like we couldn't decide whether we wanted the icons of the people to have faces on them or not.
Team No Face, I was.
Ewan wanted faces, and loads of people said it was like creepy or something. What was it?
Yeah. A few of them looked like high, a few of them looked creepy. So the final, that was we got rid of them.
Yeah, so we went with no faces in the end, and regardless, I think they look at like so much better than the old ones, which were just like 8x8 pixel people with different colors. You gonna say something, Ben? I thought you were gonna say something.
I was just thinking about whether it's not really on topic.
Right.
I could show how far my game got. I don't know whether that's relevant or not.
Well, it was around the same time, wasn't it? I guess we'll just finish talking about quickly what happened in 1.1, and then we'll get onto that. What else did we change? So big UI changes, added a main menu, awesome main menu music. I hope you all appreciate that. I actually picked the main menu music.
So well.
I picked it before 1.0 came out. Like, you know how I mentioned before that I basically slapped on the music and the sound effects like kind of last minute before the original release. It was in that stage that I found the main menu music, and I was like, that is perfect for a main menu. So I saved it, and we didn't have a main menu, so I just saved it for 1.1, and we threw it in, and I think it worked. I think it worked really well with Ewan's artwork for the main menu. By the way, that's beautiful stuff. We did change more stuff. I can't remember what. I'll have to check the change log, really. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. That's embarrassing. Is there any more questions while I'm looking?
Kicks Run says, I vote no face. I reckon.
No face gang.
I know this guy.
I know this guy. I was going to say, I know that name. And Ravion UK, I also know that dude.
It's Gabs. He's in the server.
Gabs. He's also no face.
Shout out to Gabs. He's a bit of a legend. That's all I have to say about him.
He's just a legend.
So we did add some more stuff that I forgot to say. We added bullet manufacturing, which makes the game a lot harder, but more realistic. So that makes me happy. We just changed some of the progression with the crafting and unlocking new building types. Like you could just build all the buildings before, but now we base it on the level of the main camp, that sort of thing. Just changed up the progression basically. That pretty much sums up everything, all the main stuff from 1.1.
Yeah.
Other than the tutorial, we completely redid the tutorial as well.
Yeah, true. So
that was a hefty one. That 1.1 took 2 months to make, I think.
Yeah, 2 months. And we also had a few other ideas that just unfortunately didn't make the cut in the end. of
Yeah,
it,
we
so,
wanted to add a tech
yeah.
tree.
Oh, yeah, we
Mm.
talked about that.
Yeah, I've been talking about adding a tech tree since beta. Like I can't get around to doing it. It's I've designed it all, but yeah, I just didn't have the time to fit it in 1.1, unfortunately. So if we were going to add a new feature, that would be the next one, I think. Tech tree. So there you go. That's 1.1. So what were you saying, Ben?
I was kind of just thinking about showing off Unity, but
Oh, go on. Unless there's questions beforehand.
yeah, answer.
No face gang. Did Gabs vote for no faces?
Both Kieran and Gabs are no face gang.
Oh, you can't vote now. We've already made the decision.
but they're just saying they knew all along.
Oh yeah. The ammo types.
I don't really know what to show off exactly, but should I go into? Yeah, sure. So basically, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, pretty much straight after I said I wasn't going to work on the artwork anymore, I started working on my own game in Unity. I think I did a is it Udemy course on just the basics of Unity, and then I just decided to go for it. Let me share my screen. How do I?
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'd just like
You
to
got that?
claim.
Hey, that works.
I'd just like to claim inspiring this guy. No.
Yeah, no, I probably. I can't actually
Subconsciously.
remember. So yeah, it was subconscious. I would never admit.
Yeah, no worries. You don't have to admit.
So I basically the it is what I'd say it is at the moment is a foundation for a 3D first person shooter. Right, where's the build?
Yeah, you had some fun messing around with how it works.
Not as useful menu as the final Outpost menu. But yeah, so I think there are a lot of steps and massively different parts of this, which I think is good because I know I'm very comfortable with a lot of parts of Unity now. So one of the big parts of this is that it's actually multiplayer, which was a pain in the ass, I will say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got this dude here. See, it's a bit goofy,
Right.
but you can kind of, you know.
Oh yeah.
I gotta remember what. You know, going off the edge. Yeah. How? I can't actually remember how to. Oh, that's not a prop. Oh. Yeah. So it's. Oh, did I have a? Oh, and yeah, you got menu and everything. I think there's not that much to show, I will say, but.
Well, the main part of it I remember you working on was the multiplayer. That took you a long time.
And the one player model which you saw that probably took me 3 weeks alone because I'd never done any 3D modeling before, and I scuffed it up and the lighting doesn't work on it, which is quite upsetting considering I spent 3 weeks on it. But yeah, it's I think that's a basis for anything I want to do in the future.
Yeah, it was pretty cool watching you do it because you had a Discord server where you're sort of like putting in
Oh,
updates.
I could show off the.
Oh yeah, it just
actually.
show like different phases to it.
Yeah,
So just
that's probably the most interesting part.
yeah. So just to put this in context, so like while me and Ewan were sort of banging out stuff for 1.1, Ben was doing this. So it wasn't intended to be. It was just supposed to be your own thing, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of
Yeah.
see if I could do my own thing. I think we actually we not really a live stream, but we did a Discord call where we invited Final Outpost people to join, didn't we? And I think I showed off the early stage in one of them. I seem to remember.
Oh, what, when we did like a Discord call?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you did.
I think I did. So this like way back, it just using stolen assets as well. T-pose.
Could be in some legal trouble here. No.
Yeah, no, no, it's not stolen. It's just a free asset.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the first place. And then the whole look at that massive forehead. Yeah, there's the whole development process of classic Sam.
Yeah, this was cool to watch.
And the animations were probably one of the more interesting parts, I would say.
Do you want to explain what kind of game it was supposed to be, like genre wise?
Well, my initial idea was I don't know if anyone's played TTT, just sort of loosely based off that, where you have a group of your friends in a server, a couple of them are traitors, and the rest of them are innocents, and no one knows who the traitors are, and you got to figure it out, basically.
Oh, sensing a very similar vibe to a very popular game at the minute, then.
Yes, but
Good old Among Us.
TTT existed way before Among Us.
Yeah.
And then there was was I just filming these on my phone? Damn.
Are you still showing stuff? Oh yeah.
I am, yeah. The stream's still working, is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Sorry.
I remember I posted a lot of just stuff that was broken that was quite funny.
Yeah.
That's getting the guns in the player model's hands for the first time. And then switching between weapons. Oh yeah, this is a classic. And then that was first crouch animation. Physics and everything. They're all props just stacked up. And then I was trying to get reloading animations working. It's one of the best. That was the most satisfying. I remember when I took that video, I was like, that's quality. That's satisfying. And then first person, because the weird thing about first person shooters, I think, is that I didn't really think about how they're made in the past, but so the hands you see are not the models that everyone else in the game sees. So like you've kind of got two separate things. And then this was when I was starting out multiplayer, having 2 instances open.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And then that's a crouching bug or something. But the
sorry, someone's saying something in the chat. Gab says the fuck that's actually sick. Someone says this is very pog.
Yeah, that's Mia. That all the boys are joining.
Oh my!
I keep reading this out, they're just gonna not shut up.
Yeah. And then that was getting like a multiplayer lobby working. Oh yes, the rag dolls. Ah,
Oh God, I love those.
that was also a very fun part. Just messing around with rag dolls.
Yeah.
and then shooting physics. Oh, that was just me showing off that the rag dolls are synced across the network.
Yeah, these things are quite hard to do.
And then
in
that's
multiplayer, aren't they?
and then that's getting damage working across. Yeah, definitely the hardest part was networking. Although the are they called it's not an asset. I guess it's a library. Yeah, it would be a library. It's called the mirror library. It makes it a lot easier to do networking, but it's still extremely confusing at first. And I didn't have. There isn't a huge amount of resources for learning networking in Unity. That's trying to get recoil working. Bullet spread.
Oh yeah, that's the recoil.
Just the casual automatic pistol. That's dynamic crosshair. Oh, and then that's collateral damage, just so you can shoot things through other things. I'll speed up a bit. Oh, this went full damage, classic.
Beautiful.
I don't know what this is. No idea what that was.
This is when you started adding in the interface.
Oh yeah, the UI, the time ticking down. Oh, that's when I added throwing gun. Picking up guns.
So basically, you have the
It's a goofy
mechanics
one.
for a game here. Oh yeah.
That's just testament to a poorly made player model and animations.
Oh, this is quality content.
I don't know what that is. Oh, chucking gun. Oh, and then this is prop damage, I think. Just yeah, that sort of thing. There's a lot more here than I thought there was.
Yeah. So, what stage is this? Is this
Picking up props.
August time?
Oh, I've got. Oh wait, it'll be timestamped, won't it?
You can just look on the chat.
Yeah, 6th of August.
Yeah.
So I think I was working on this for about 5 months.
Yeah, that's more than I thought it was actually.
And then this was weapon UI. But as you can see, the lighting is really weird on the hands here. Like it's not right, and I couldn't work out why. I don't know what this is. Probably.
Is that just because of the player model?
It's just yeah, because I don't know how, but yeah, I did scuff the player model to begin with, and then at that point I'd already done all the animations and made the skeleton for the player model, and fixing it would just mean probably 2 weeks more work. So I just never could be bothered. It'd be more worth it to just make a new player model at that point. This is throwing guns at different speeds. Just a weird idea. Oh, and then Unity night mode, that's where it's at. Oh yeah, picking up ragdolls. Rope physics. This is probably me hanging a ragdoll. Yeah. There's a lot. And then the rest of it's pretty much just doing UI, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the very end, I was trying to. Oh no, that's actually quite an interesting part. How the so this is for AI pathfinding. Unity will make like a navigation mesh, and you can make it real time. So when you chuck around obstacles, it changes the mesh. Okay, I think that's. I can't see anything else from that.
Yeah, we were pretty much all just like telling him to add
Yeah.
things in the chat, weren't we, on this server?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the Discord server was very useful, despite having only a few of us in there getting feedback. Right, hello. I've changed back to the normal mode.
You
haven't
have stopped streaming, Ben. No worries.
I? Excellent. When you said
Oh,
that, I
it's
thought
good.
you meant I'd accidentally clicked stop streaming.
Oh, right.
And we were down.
Oh no, then we just got the windows.
Stop sharing.
We're down. Yeah. Back to Final Outpost, though. That's
Well,
enough.
now you know how to do Unity. I think that's the conclusion of that.
That is the conclusion. I'm fairly comfortable with Unity.
Yeah.
Why does that relate, Sam?
Does it relate?
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm joking.
Go on.
Are we? Is there anything else that we need to do before that? I don't think so.
When are we wanting to take a little break? Leave people hanging?
Oh.
Could do a 5-minute break or something now.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think we've got a really nice
Enjoy.
break like card that's about to come up on the screen, so
You're
you can all
hyping
look
that.
forward to that. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I haven't put the music in it.
Oh no.
Hold on. I can do it. Can I? I can. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we
Ben's
can-
fixing that.
It might be a slightly longer break. Then,
I can talk to you about something.
I
if you
do.
need time.
I do have to switch to that screen to edit it. So what I'm
that gonna
saying
mess-
is when we go on our break, I'll change it,
Okay.
then go on my break, and we'll come back. So what is there something you wanted to talk about?
No, I was just if we needed to fill in some time, I was gonna maybe mention how I know you and in the first place, because not everyone probably knows actually.
Spicy. Sorry, just from Kieran there. Spicy always leaving the music until last.
Hey.
The what?
Because you did the sounds last in the game.
Oh yeah, so it's becoming a meme now, is it? Okay. Yeah. So I think we could guess how I know Ben.
Nah, never.
Wait, what?
How do you know
No.
each other?
Exactly. Hint is in the surnames.
Would have been about 19 years ago, I'd say, that we met each other.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
got in the party a bit late there, didn't you?
Oh dear.
Yeah, go on.
So I didn't actually know you until the start of sixth form, pretty much, right?
Yeah. That.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, it was.
we're on different sides of the year. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so we weren't in any of the same lessons or anything in school up until that point. And it was pretty much just because we were both in maths, AS maths, I think.
What a fun time that was. Yeah.
That was great. That's why it's called Eureka. There's probably no way to explain that because
Oh no.
it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, we met in maths with a couple of other boys, and that was hilarious that whole year, I think.
Yeah.
Ewan did really well in maths, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
He starts all over the place. What are you talking
absolutely
about, man?
whacked it out of the park.
Let's move on from the maths part.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we were just like in the same part of the common room pretty much. Yeah, and would you say like that we were super close before? I think we probably got more close after sixth form finished, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone moved off to their respective unis, leaving me here by myself. So that was good.
Yeah, because you were working for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
Digital
this obviously
marketing.
this collaboration with Final Outpost, I didn't actually play the game until sort of must have been well, it was beta stage, so it was 0.9. But obviously, I didn't have an iPhone at that point, so I was sort of
Oh
eagerly
yeah.
asking to play it on your phone
Yeah,
instead.
how long did it take us to get you an iPhone? Like, I think it was
It must be
June or
summer.
July.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
summer. Yeah.
What, how long until you
So,
convinced him to get an iPhone?
well, that wasn't what happened. It was basically that um he could he was just doing stuff that he didn't need an iPhone for. Like he was managing to somehow advertise a game that he'd never played in his life. But it worked. And
Yeah.
and then one of my old flatmates, he had an old like iPhone 6 or 6S
hmm
just going, and he was like, oh, you can have it for he said free, but we felt bad, so we gave him 30 quid. And yeah, I just posted that to Ewan because it was locked down at that stage.
Yeah.
And yeah, then he started playing it and getting bloody hyped about 1.1 pretty much.
Yeah, definitely did help.
Yeah.
If I was just completely in the dark about it, I don't think it would have helped at all. And obviously, I had the test flight, and that definitely sort of helped. Yeah, well, it helped. I mean, I've got an actual iPhone, so and I've got
Yeah,
that
yeah, you've now gone and
fully
bought a proper
downloaded.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just to note, Test Flight is the beta testing platform that
hmm
we use for this stuff. Yeah, we haven't used it for a while because we haven't been actively like doing 1.1 or anything for a while. But yeah, so that's how Ewan got involved. I mean, we kind of
Yeah.
skipped over the website 1.0
Sorry,
because we've
man.
already mentioned that. But yeah,
Sorry.
that's what happened basically.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do we want to have a break?
We can take a break. It'll only take me a second to add the music, and then
Oh.
I'm looking forward to this.
what?
Just seeing what comes up on the screen in a minute.
Well, as soon as we switch over, we're gone. So, how long until we're back? Would you say?
Just give it 5 minutes, I guess. Do we need longer?
Probably not.
All right, 5-6 minutes it is.
See ya.
Oh, in a bit, everyone.
We back.
Wow, I'm at the bottom now. Oh, spooky.
Whoa, spicing it up a bit. Yeah.
Up.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, I think we've covered all the development that's happened so far on the game, and what happened in terms of the launch and stuff. And yeah, just talking about us. If anyone has any more questions about any of that stuff, just put it in one of the chats, and we'll get to it. Yeah, we thought we'd talk about what we plan to do from here onwards now.
The future.
Yeah. So someone mentioned before.
We've had a lot of questions that have been leading into it.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of the questions before have been talking about what we want to do soon, in terms of both game editions and us time-wise. Someone said something before that got me thinking about this, and I can't find it now. But yeah, so how should we do this? We talk about what Ewan wants to do first, shall we?
Yeah.
Like, and then Ben, I think, because yours is a bit spicier, I suppose, in terms of like hype. Yeah. So, what are we doing, Pooh? What are we doing?
Oh, what am I revealing here? I feel like you should be the one.
No, you're not revealing anything. I'm just wondering, like, what we're going to be doing in terms of final outposts. In terms of like
your role.
Yeah, of anything.
Okay. Yeah.
In coming times.
Okay, yeah. So obviously, I've gone through stages of doing certain things with Final Outpost. It's obviously started off doing a website, then we moved on to social media and UI, sort of all at one time in the summer. So I think I just want to go ahead and obviously carry that onwards. Obviously, my course is in graphic design, so it makes sense for me to be just doing the artwork and yeah, everything around that really for sort of the future developments of the game, as well as other projects. So that's where my expertise lies. But obviously I'll continue to update social media and the website. Yeah, that's basically
so
me, really.
Ewan's kind of taking more of the graphics role now,
whereas
that was originally what Ben was doing back in the day. Now that's pretty much Ewan.
Yeah.
And Ben is probably going to start doing what I used to do.
Coding.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Do you want me to talk about that then?
Yeah.
So, because obviously, this is where me talking about my game in Unity becomes relevant, because I think I've said it a lot of times now. I feel comfortable with Unity now because I worked in it over the whole summer. So I think what the plan is for me to take Final Outpost and get it into Unity for the initial purpose being to get it on Android. Which I know and Sam obviously probably knows the most. A lot of people have been wanting that. So
yeah, and that's not really something that I could ever put the time into, at least in the near future. Like when people email me or they ping me on Discord or whatever, and complain. Actually, mostly it's Instagram, isn't it, Ewan?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So pretty much on every post you'll find a load of people asking for Android on Instagram. both in English and other languages. And yeah, so it's always been very highly requested. People saying like, I'm just gonna wait for it to be on Android, which is completely understandable. But yeah, I just haven't been able to put the time into it because I would have to learn a whole new language. Yeah, just deploy it on another platform. It takes time to do these things because the original way I developed it was not cross-platform.
Swift.
You'd have to rewrite it. So that's what Ben wants to do, basically.
I'm not 100% sure how much work it's going to be, but it realistically, because the game already exists, I'd hope that I'd be able to get it done within a summer. So at what did we agree
Yeah, we've talked about the technicalities of doing it a bit, and it seems like it would be quite feasible for you to do. So it just makes sense, really, like in terms of you being able to do it. Someone wants it done, so you can do it.
And then the good thing about Unity is that opens a lot of other pathways as well, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll just make the game a lot more accessible.
Yeah, so we're effectively porting it to Unity, or yeah, it's basically a port.
C# instead of Swift.
Yeah, and yeah, that's going to take some time. So yeah, we're basically, there's a few things that are going to determine when we start doing this and how long it's going to take and how it fits in with other things we want to do. So yeah, we're going to do it basically, and we're thinking just 2021 is our time frame right now for this. Could be any time during 2021, but that's that we can't give any dates or anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely won't be early 2021, obviously, because haven't even started it yet. So
based on what I've heard from players or people who want to be players, they are just happy to know that it's in the works. Like,
yeah,
it's not necessarily that it needs to be done soon. They just want to know that it's going to happen eventually, so then they can come back to it. And yeah, so maybe Ewan can do a little announcement on Instagram to shut all those people up.
Android confirmed. Sorted.
Yeah. Just put a little green robot. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's literally it. That will gain all the hype you need. Yeah.
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 Well, we got a lot of
no, that's just
Tom.
That's just Tom.
Dear with me. I think we've missed a few questions.
We have missed a few questions, yeah.
So
Kieran asked, what was your favourite part of the project? I guess that's to each of us, maybe.
Yeah, let's do it each of us.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start with this one. My favourite part is always coming up with the ideas for stuff and designing how they would work in the game. Yeah, I just find it really interesting, like coming up with ideas for how all these things could work together as one whole. Because there was like a few. Not every idea that I actually make even ends it into the game, even makes it into the game. Like, I think in one of the early versions we had like a side-on view. Like, you could, so it wasn't just top down. You could click a button and you'd switch to this side-on view of the battlefield. So you'd have like the wall and like the zombies coming towards the wall from that perspective. And I even coded most of it into the app and put it in the game, and then eventually I just thought it just didn't work. Like, one, there wasn't that much point in it, and two, it just sort of took away from the simplicity of the top-down 2D style we got going on. So yeah, not everything makes it in. But yeah, so I always have like pages and pages of like ideas for random things to be in the game, and ways things could be designed and implemented in, and then I just pick one of them based on what I think works. That's the bit, I think, yeah, just coming up with the ideas and designing it is my favorite part. So what about you guys?
Okay. I'm actually going to say that if I'm comparing working on my own game in Unity to doing the artwork for the game, I do have to say that the Unity was coding in Unity is a lot more enjoyable to me than doing the artwork for the game, which is why I'm actually quite excited about getting the basically getting my hands on the game, just porting it over to Unity. Should be fun.
Yeah, I did. You probably didn't like having to do what I said as well.
No, I don't mind. I think the thing about thing about the artwork, it's not boring. But it's not. I don't feel like I'm incredibly good at it. Like when I was doing it, I feel like I had to narrow down my art style into a way that I can actually feasibly make something that looks good, because yeah, I haven't done a huge amount of artwork in the past, primarily coding.
Yeah, so probably like fit what you like much better now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Shall I go? Yeah, to me. Yeah, for me, obviously, I was doing website, social media. It's just nice to delve into the artwork more than anything. So the opposite of Ben, I guess.
Yeah.
But he obviously set up all the sprites anyway as it was. We just added obviously a few more. I think the menu probably was my favorite part.
Oh yeah, that was quite interesting.
Because just seeing the start of it, and just the way that I handed it over to you, and then the way that it ended up with the music and the sprites, it was really nice, and just all came together. So yeah, that's my favorite, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say that it was you kind of had to follow what Ben made previously, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You can, so that was quite interesting, especially with the people.
I will say that when I decided I wanted to do my own thing rather than carry on the artwork, I did feel a bit bad about it, because that means that either you're not going to have any artwork, or you've got to find someone that can try and keep it to my style.
Yeah.
Because it would take a lot of work to replace everything I'd done. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's the branding of the game as well. You can't really get rid of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ewan did a good job on that, it seems.
Cool. Then the other question was on YouTube. How hard did you guys work on Final Outpost? That's an interesting one. It's hard to quantify it, isn't it, really?
Well, I can quantify in terms of hours.
Yeah, for me and Ben, I guess it's harder to quantify, because we obviously were on and off with it. So
yeah.
Well, I think we were logging the hours, weren't we, Sam?
Yeah, I logged some of them for you, yeah, and Ewan at one point as well. But yeah, none of that was consistent, I don't think.
I can't remember how long it was either.
Ben's was actually. I can probably check, but yeah,
No, yeah, it was on and off basically. When, for me, it was just whenever Sam would give me some things he wanted done, and then whenever I felt like doing it, I would just start doing it, and then get in the room if I needed help, basically.
So Ben did 28 hours, I think, on artwork. So yeah, that gives you a bit of an idea. Just for the world artwork, that is pretty much right. Yeah, and you, like we just discussed, you and finished off the other artwork for the updates that came out later on. But most of Ewan's work went into the websites, really.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you remember how much the first version was compared to the second?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely longer for the second.
Yeah.
We had a few issues with the way, obviously, the blog was set up and stuff. In the first one, I want to say it was, like, what, 5 to 10 hours, maybe?
Yeah,
Probably not even.
we
Probably
banged it out
about
pretty quickly.
probably about 5, 6, 7 hours, something like that. The second one was definitely up to 20. So yeah,
But yeah,
not completely sure, but it was definitely at least double.
yeah, I don't remember the first one taking us more than 2 weeks, did it?
Yeah, exactly. And I probably didn't have as much time for that as I did for the other one. So I'm not really sure about the first one because that came out so long ago. But yeah, no, it's definitely a lot less than the second version.
Yeah, and you can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one took like a month, as we already mentioned. And we did put quite a lot of time into it during that month as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the other stuff. I think so. In terms of the development of the game itself, in the first summer, I was actually in both summers, I was pretty much doing it as a full-time job, like more hours than a full-time job actually, on average. Yeah, I just wanted to make this game. So, and there's just not enough time in a summer to do that. So I just put loads of hours into it. And bearing in mind, while I'm making the game, I'm working out how to make the game because I've never done it before. Not properly anyway. So yeah, I was putting in a lot of hours. There's definitely a lot of wasted hours in that time, going down different rabbit holes and including ideas that didn't make it into the final game, that sort of thing, and just generally learning how to code. Yeah, so a lot of hours in the first summer. Second summer was probably about the same overall as far as I can remember. Yeah, so these are like 3-month stints of just banging it out full time pretty much. And then by the end of 2 of those 2 summers, it was almost done, but still not quite enough to release it in my own, like, by my own standards. So yeah, only a little bit went on after that. And yeah, just did a few, probably the equivalent of another week's work on it, up till February, and then I was kind of I honestly just wanted to release it because I'd worked on it for so long, and I was kind of tired of working on it with nothing really to show for it, basically. So yeah, released it in February, and yeah, people liked it, so that was nice. And in terms of this summer, I worked on it much less because I had an internship as well. So I was working on it for like 3 days a week after I finished my stuff for that internship for that week. Yeah, so that was kind of hard because we just wanted to get this 1.1 update out there. And it ended up taking 2 months because even though it was probably the equivalent of 3-4 weeks work. Yeah, so that was the time frame for how much work it was to do all this stuff. It would have taken way longer if I didn't have people to do the graphics, for sure. But yeah, there you go. That's how we quantify it in hours. Is there any more?
I think so. We're up to date.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. What were we going to do next? I've forgotten. So we've hyped up Android. I think that's fairly done.
Language
So-
translations,
Yeah, let's do that next.
and then the last one.
So quite a lot of people want various languages to be translated into on the iOS version. And I honestly probably could do that because it requires a bit of work to make the game able to be translated in the first place, because you have to make all the words, like you have to allow them to be changed basically when the system language changes. Once you've done that, it's just a case of getting people to translate each word, each string of words. So yeah, we probably could do it pretty soon, and probably could have done it before. But I've never done it before, and it would require me to look into it and actually do it. So I haven't done it yet, but yeah, I would like to do it because I've had so many people that have offered their translation skills for free because they just want the game in their language. So I kind of don't want to, yeah, I want to let them do that basically, because that would be cool. So yeah, we'll hopefully do it soon, but I can't say when yet. A lot of languages have been requested. Everything from like Russian to some language in the Philippines I've forgotten the name of. Yeah, I'd like to do it. So that's languages.
Another question has just come in. Which game did you guys make first, and how long? Interesting. You could mention your first game, Sam. That was on the App Store.
Wait, who asked this?
Rui.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of games that we've actually released, I assume he means.
Maybe.
I would guess. I don't think Ben's released one before, has he?
No.
Okay.
No.
I made a game for the Apple TV in 2016, which was basically Snap. Like you literally just, like, colors come up on the screen and you just click the button when it's like the same color. That was pretty much the whole game. I mean, it had multiplayer, but you like connect another controller, that sort of thing. But yeah, it was super simple. And it was really difficult to make because I had no idea what I was doing. Like I did not know how to code. Well, I did a bit, but not enough. I didn't really understand it. So it was very hard to do things that weren't like pre-solved on the internet already. But yeah, that was my first experience of making a game. I'm definitely not proud of it now, but it got us to where we are, so that's good.
I still question the release of it on Apple TV as well.
The reason for that, can I explain?
You may.
Is because there was basically probably since 2015, I've just been doing like random courses on Udemy for like coding different things. mostly in Swift for like apps, but yeah, you just make projects after project, and you still don't understand it after loads, but eventually you do. It takes years. Well, it did it for me anyway, because I wasn't doing it full time. I was just kind of interested. So yeah, you don't really release anything. Well, I didn't release anything for ages, and then I just decided to put all this time into this Snap thing just to get something out there that it was actually started from a template from one of these tutorials. It was not my original idea, because it really is good to just put something out there, and just get the experience of putting something on the App Store, so you know what you're doing when you really do have an original idea. Yeah, so that was the first thing I did. Yeah, I think that answers that question.
Yeah, I don't I definitely haven't delved into that other than in what, year 7 ICT probably.
Oh yeah, it was like Scratch.
Yeah, Scratch. Yeah, good old
Yeah.
Scratch.
Good times. It's much easier to code when it's like in little squidgy boxes. Philippines equals Tagalog. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So that's a language in the Philippines.
I will say on the thing about just going through loads of different projects and still not understanding it, and it's just about getting experience, isn't it? Because the first, so I spent 5 months in total working on the actual thing that the game that I was showing off earlier, but then I also did, it was probably a Udemy course for about 3 months, just going through the videos and making like 5 projects within that as well, until I felt confident enough that I could have a go at making something proper. And even then, I don't think I was pretty much just learning all the way through making that project. But I've never released anything on any store, which is experience that I'd probably like to have, because it'll be useful.
Yeah, so in terms of released games, your first one might be Final Outpost.
Android edition.
Yeah, Android edition. Okay. Have we got any more questions?
Nope. Good for now.
Awesome. Okay. So next, I think I want to talk about more big plans for the future. So long-term stuff. And we're not quite sure how this is going to tie in with the Android version quite yet, but basically because we've had like, the game has done well basically, considering like what it is and how it started out and stuff. So yeah, we want to start a company basically. So we would do that for like developing games in the future, and yeah, that we don't really want to talk about like specific
Details.
ideas for what we're going to be doing, but because these things are going to change, like they just will. But yeah, it just makes sense, like, because the support from Final Outpost has basically just makes this make sense, and it's enabled it to happen basically. So yeah, it's something that we want to do basically. So I think it'll be this squad of 3 boys here at the start.
Gang.
Huh? Yeah, gang.
Gang.
Gang. Yeah, we're not going to say the name right now because someone's going to bloody buy the website domain before us.
Yeah.
Um,
Too risky.
yeah, but yeah, we'll talk about this more in the coming weeks and months, I think, depending on when everything happens. So, just realised something,
What?
which I won't point out. Um,
DM it to us.
Yeah, so this is just what we want to do now. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's just it's really difficult to talk about without like
Yeah,
obviously
I
going
can't-
in. It's just how it is. But
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to talk about details of this. But yeah, we will soon.
yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
I think the idea behind us three starting out is that I think we've all got a range of capabilities that I think together makes it quite easy to make games, because I personally with my game over the summer, I don't think I could feasibly do that by myself, because the amount of work I'd have to put into 3D modeling and artwork, it's just not, it's not feasible. But obviously then if we're making games together, you can do art, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, Will's just asked, is it coming to Android though? Will we
He's joined late.
you've
Yeah,
joined
yes.
late, mate.
The answer to that is yes, but
I will be
In due
porting
course.
it to Unity, so that it can be released on Android.
yeah. So this is going to basically be a port from iOS to Unity, and Ben's going to be doing that, like he just said. Yeah, just yeet it over there to the green side. Yeah, we'll try and do a splashy release for it. It'll be nice. Definitely more than what we did for iOS. I think now that we've had now I've had the experience of putting something good on the App Store. Yeah, and when we marketed it, did a few campaigns and stuff. Yeah, I just know how to make it bigger for this time. So
And obviously it's a bigger market as well, so
yeah,
to get that experience from Apple is useful.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we probably won't be changing much between what it is now and the Android version.
Yeah.
Because it's completely fine how it is now. The only thing we might change is the monetization strategy for the Android version. We haven't really planned how that's going to work yet, but yeah, we're thinking about it because Android is a bit different from iOS, and it's not so good on iOS right now anyway, because I don't think the in-app purchases are too desirable at every stage of the game. So yeah, we'll pretty much just think about that as we port over to Unity.
Cool.
So that's
pretty much everything we have to talk about, isn't it?
I mean, that answers a question that we've already talked about. Oh, Will's glad. Amazing. I'm glad you're glad.
So is everyone, Will. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, we can hats off to Ben in advance.
Big expectations now.
Yeah. What if it's a complete fail?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
All
Don't
these
want
people asking the same question. It's all leading up to you. It's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said a while ago, we need to print out all the comments from Instagram and put them on your wall so you're motivated.
that. Yeah. Got
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
It's going to be cool to have it on both. Yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, again, I don't think we can really, we don't want to talk about company related stuff yet,
No.
but we're just saying that that's going to happen and we'll be talking about it soon in more detail. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, like you just said, that's pretty much what we wanted to cover on the stream. So if you have any more questions, then put it in the chat and we'll get to it. If anyone wants to play some games, we can play some games.
Games. Someone says Sam is beautiful.
Ah, I hope this is my girlfriend.
He's taken. Super.
Oh, it's super. Ah,
Is
dearie me. That's sorry to say it's disappointing, but it is.
Not your girlfriend.
Oh, good to see you, super. You've been all over that chat. Oh yeah, the daily compliments. He was he did like a vote saying like, I need 2 votes and I'll give Sam a compliment every day on Discord. And he got like 10 votes or something. And then he did it for like 4 days. Gotta say, I'm not complaining about that, but yeah. Good work on the server, mate. He's doing it. Oh, thanks. Oh,
he's
he
giving
likes
us all
your room.
compliments.
Oh, he's...
Oh, yeah, unit's room is nice.
Thank you.
Wow.
Legend.
Yeah, nice lad, nice lad. I think he
Positivity.
boosted the Discord server at one point as well. Bit of a legend in general. Yeah.
Well, we are people wanting to play games then?
We can.
Worst comes to worst, it'll just be us 3 playing games.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
If anyone
nothing
wants
wrong
to
with that.
if anyone wants to bloody join the this Zoom call,
Oh,
then we
get
can
people
do
in
that.
Zoom call.
Yeah. Let's spice it up a bit.
Post the
How
link
do
in
we
the
do that? Yeah, just drop the link in the
In the
chat.
chat, yeah.
I'll put it on Discord as well. Just laughing at something from earlier.
Okay.
What am I doing? Okay, so you dropping it in. Okay. If you don't have camera or mic, it probably doesn't make too much difference for you then. Yeah, have you got, oh, is it me who has to share the link? Sorry. Whoops. I was waiting for someone else to do it there.
Sorry.
Oh, I have to log into Twitch.
Oh,
Okay,
dear.
one of you
You can
post
just,
it.
yeah, you could just send me the link and I'll.
Yeah, just send it to us. And we'll,
Yeah.
Cool. You got it, Ben?
Yeah, I got it.
Wow. Don't even have permission to post in the chat on my own stream.
Sent it on both platforms.
Awesome. Okay, this might be interesting. Kind of worried about what's going to happen here. Right. What do we want to play though?
Will, if you're still there, you better be getting in the call.
Is he pro enough to even have Zoom installed?
Oh, true.
I mean, Max was watching a minute ago. My flatmate, who's literally just on the other side of this wall, and I don't know if he's watching still.
Right. Start with what have I got? I've got Drawful 2, and I've got Quiplash. And we can also always play like Scribblio or something. Among Us, I guess.
Okay, I like all of those except
September. In he's gonna say that.
and Jawful.
And Drawful. All right, we'll go Quiplash. You can't go wrong with Quiplash.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't. I'm gonna post a link to this.
Oh, I need to
in
share
some stuff.
my desktop volume. Oh, I'm not going to be able to hear it.
Oh, shall I at Nico? He'll definitely join. I think Max is coming on as well, maybe. That'll be nice.
Right, so I need to... Right, I'll get desktop audio.
Well, even if you can't join the call,
yeah, you can still join the game.
Yeah, you could still join the game if we're playing Jackbox.
Oh, I have got Discord audio. What am I doing? Just generally confused. Yeah? Wow.
What?
Just changed it to screen share mode. So premium.
Look at that.
Okay.
Oh, wowee.
What have we got? Yeah, we do have desktop volume. I think everyone can play that. Hopefully. Oh, I need to get in first so I can control the game. So hold on.
Oh.
All right, and then everyone else spoken.
So is there? You need to put the Jackbox on the stream.
Yeah, it's on there. It's obviously 5 seconds behind, which is going to be interesting when we actually play it.
Oh, yeah, that's not really good.
Oh, is that might be a problem?
Are you able to? Oh, Will is in. What a legend. Are you able to change? Are you able to lower the latency somehow?
Not while it's streaming, sadly. But he should be able to answer the questions still.
Yeah. 5 seconds shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, you just won't react at the same time as us.
Are you guys joining in?
Yeah.
If I uncheck low latency, does that help?
Oh, Max has joined. What a legend.
You want low latency.
Oh, okay, that was already checked. So.
Right, I shall join. It looks like Tibbers won't be on till later. NH. Okay.
Assume that's probably. Wait, is this? Is Beps Max?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think the game sound is streaming. Or is it?
I think it is.
Oh, it is, sorry, my bad.
Let me just. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can hear it.
Awesome. Okay.
Goodbye, Super. Have a good one.
Super's got to go. Alright. Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably last chance to join. I don't know if there's how many people are actually.
We have 5 on YouTube, 5 on Twitch.
Yeah. We can get going. If people want to join later, they can join the audience and vote.
Oh dear, the stream is like, yeah, there's quite a lot of lag.
If you don't listen to it, then it's fine.
Okay, good. Now, if I don't remember your names, please feel free to take it personally.
Deary me.
Round 1. You'll get 2 prompts on your device. Just answer them however you want. Your responses, or quips, will be pitted against
Should have put it on
someone
ultra low
else's.
latency.
Everyone will vote on their
Yeah.
favorite. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake.
I'll remember that for next time.
Yeah.
Oh, but everyone gets the prompts on their phone, so they can enter it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You don't actually need the thing. You don't actually need to see it, really.
It's difficult, man.
It really is.
I'm normally better at this.
Sometimes you just get bad prompts, though.
Yeah, it's true.
God, that's not even funny.
Yeah, that wasn't funny at all. I've gone logical rather than funny.
What? I just ran out of time. I was basing it on the timer on the screen.
Oh dear.
Fist fight with a koala
Oh
bear.
well. Sorry.
Okay, everyone, vote for your favorite.
Wow. Oh, one's relevant.
Spicy.
So I think the only effect of this stream is that me and Ewan are going to look like we're reacting at a really weird time.
It's true.
Next in line, little known fact, an
Oh,
unaired
dear.
episode of the Brady Bunch had the family dealing with blank.
Oh wow, Max,
It's voting time.
you snake. Oh my god!
Wait, are you?
This Android. I can't even play like this.
Well, it gives you the things on your phone as well as on screen. You get them sooner.
Yeah, I don't find it that bad.
The name of the music playlist that will definitely
I'll
put an
see,
end
yeah.
to the party.
Oh, so I'm the only one that hasn't got latency, I'm
Vote on your
assuming.
devices.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because you're looking at your own screen.
I do actually have a playlist called Bruh as well.
Oh,
Do
you
you?
don't.
Oh my days.
I do.
Nah, surely that'll get the party started.
Nah.
And next is something you should never say as the captain of a bowling team.
Oh god. Nice.
Surely you
Nice.
should have
That
put the
was my
worst of Mozart.
extremely unfunny one.
Ah,
I like.
Something you shouldn't stuff with cheese.
We missed you, Sam.
Sorry.
Did you not answer?
no, that was the one I missed.
Uh,
Maui.
I don't know what to say for this one. Oh, that meme was good back in the day.
Yeah.
What, urethra?
Yeah, it's to do with my channel, YouTube channel.
There's no way Will knew that.
No, I didn't, but it was good.
That's the end of round one. Let's take a look at the scores.
Yeah, this might not be the best game to play with latency.
Yeah, I just realised.
Scribbler should be fine
Round
though
two
because
time, and to make it interesting, I'm doubling all the point values. You heard me.
God,
Cool.
surely there's a way to fix the latency.
No, you set it before you start the stream.
Damn. We could go down and get back and come back up again.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, I got nothing. I've got nothing.
Oh, I'm having a good time this round.
I've got no idea.
Finish.
Um. These are. I have no idea. Oh.
I think Max thought of some good ones. I heard some chuckling in the background.
Yeah, I think it might have been mine. He might be up against me because that was a good one. That was a good prompt.
Let's start this show.
Okay,
Starting
here we
things
go.
off, a great gag gift would be an exploding blank. Okay, pick your favorite.
It's not even.
Oh yeah, that's an old meme.
You know what I mean? But I don't know about the other one.
That'll just be lethal.
Sorry, Ben.
It's not funny. I can't complain.
Based on the first time
You
had
did your
sex.
best.
No, this is the one I had.
Time.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I thought you said it was coming soon or something. That would have been great.
Oh no! Oh,
That would have been such a good title.
I can hear Max in the background.
Why is no one voting?
What's he shouting at?
Do you not vote on that one, Sam?
It didn't come up on my screen, I swear.
Literature so that it is
sorry.
ruined by the word but.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Vote on your
Why did you not
devices.
say that? It was right there, mate.
I know, that was a good one.
Jungle.
It's not in there.
Where's the word but? Nice.
The bumble butt.
The jungle but.
Yeah, jungle boat would do it, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
But you didn't include it.
Okay,
Dear
here's one.
me.
What
There's some real
Sticky
missed
Bear does when he's
opportunities on
not
these
fighting
rounds.
forest fires. Time to vote.
Nice.
I didn't vote. Oops.
Well done, mate.
And next is the best
Oh.
way to quickly blow $1 million. It's voting time.
That is the best way, to be fair.
Yeah, it really is. You heard it here first.
Why didn't I go for something like that? That's cool.
Did you put build a wall?
Yeah, I had nothing for that, so Quiplash it is.
I'm glad you guys are
We've
supporting the
reached the end of
developer.
round 2. Let's see what happened. This is round 3, the last.
Oh,
round.
made a bit of a comeback that round.
Everyone
Nice
gets
one.
the same one single prompt
This is where
this
all the
time.
points matter.
Your last flash prompt is... The pyramids would be even more impressive if they contained blank.
We all get the same one for this, don't we?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so. Hmm.
Oh, you barely get any time.
I don't even know what to say.
Ah!
Oh, there's only one.
I
You're struggling a bit there.
yeah, just a little bit. I didn't put anything. I literally had nothing.
So in. Okay, in round 3, you
Oh.
get to award 3 votes. You can give them all to one answer or spread them out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you vote for... Yeah, I do.
No, these are very good.
Why should you get more time? You get more time to vote than you do to answer, I swear.
Yeah.
Wait, can I? No.
7%. So...
Ah, yes.
14. Wow. Thanks, Will.
He appreciated that one, didn't he? Oh, yeah.
Beps. Nice
It's
one.
over. Let's take a
Easy
look
win
at
for
the
Beps.
final
Yeah, it
scores.
was such a simple one. I suppose it beats no answer any day.
Oh.
Really,
you
really,
don't have-
Beps
you
is going to
don't
end
have-
on so much, man.
You don't have to
Yeah.
at me like that.
Oh, wow. GG.
GG.
Wow, that just has to come up again, doesn't it? I left a 1-star review for your game. Bloody savage over here.
Probably don't play that unless we can get low latency.
Yeah, it doesn't work
It
too
didn't
well.
work very well.
Okay. Well, Do you want to try something else, or should we end it there?
It's up to you. The
I
only
mean, I
other-
don't know what else we'd try.
The only other thing I think of is Scribblio, but
Mhm.
I don't know if we better if we had more people for that, probably.
Yeah, it's one of those
Um,
things, isn't it? It's 3 people watching on Twitch. We have 4 watching on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, let's. I mean, yeah, we've been on for quite a while now.
yeah, we leave it there.
Yeah. Well, everyone who stayed for a bit, thanks for watching. We talked about quite a lot of stuff, exciting stuff to come. Yeah, we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
In a bit, everyone.
Yeah, we'll end it there, Ben.
Goodbye. Going into the outro.